हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम टू एग्जाम प्लस एकेडमी। आज के इस वीडियो में हम डिस्कस करेंगे लास्ट 6 मंथ आरबीआई सर्कुलर, जिसमें हमने जुलाई से जनवरी तक के क्वेश्चन कवर किए हैं लास्ट 6 मंथ के। और ये वीडियो इंग्लिश वीडियो है। कंप्लीट वीडियो जो आपको रहेगा वो इंग्लिश में रहेगा। क्वेश्चन, ऑप्शन एंड कंटेंट जो रहेगा इंग्लिश में रहेगा। और ये वीडियो काफी इंपॉर्टेंट है एसबीआई पीओ मेंस के लिए। लास्ट 6 मंथ आरबीआई सर्कुलर, जिसमें हमने जुलाई से जनवरी तक के क्वेश्चन कवर किए हैं। और अगर आपने अभी तक हमारा लास्ट 6 मंथ का बैंकिंग एंड फाइनेंशियल अवेयरनेस वीडियो नहीं देखा है, जो वीडियो इंग्लिश में है, ये वीडियो भी कंप्लीट इंग्लिश में है। लास्ट 6 मंथ का बैंकिंग एंड फाइनेंशियल अवेयरनेस जुलाई टू जनवरी, जिसमें हमने टॉपिक वाइज क्वेश्चन कवर किए हैं। काफी इंपॉर्टेंट, मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट वीडियो है आपके आने वाले एग्जाम्स के लिए, एसबीआई पीओ मेंस के लिए स्पेशली। लास्ट 6 मंथ का बैंकिंग एंड फाइनेंशियल अवेयरनेस वीडियो, जिसमें हमने जुलाई से जनवरी तक के क्वेश्चन कवर किए हैं, टॉपिक वाइज कवर किए हैं। और कंप्लीट वीडियो आपको कंटेंट के साथ इंग्लिश में मिलेगा। तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं हमारा आज का टॉपिक, आरबीआई इन न्यूज। आरबीआई इन न्यूज में हम क्या क्या कवर करेंगे? आरबीआई सर्कुलर्स के क्वेश्चन कवर करेंगे, और बैंकिंग लाइसेंस, फाइन इम्पोज्ड ऑन बैंक्स, आरबीआई गाइडलाइंस, आरबीआई कहता है, ये सारे ही टॉपिक हम कवर करेंगे अपने आरबीआई सर्कुलर्स, आरबीआई इन न्यूज में, जो काफी इंपॉर्टेंट रहेगा एग्जाम्स के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से। मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट आरबीआई सर्कुलर्स। तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं। हमारा पहला क्वेश्चन है, who has been reappointed as RBI Deputy Governor? What is the right answer? Michael Devrata Patra is the right answer of this question. Option B. RBI Governor appointed under Section 8 of the RBI Act 1934. The central government has the power to appoint governors and deputy governors to the Reserve Bank of India. The central government has reappointed Dr. Michael Devrata Patra as Deputy Governor, Reserve Bank of India for a further period of 1 year with effect from January 15, 2023. तो आरबीआई का डेप्यूटी गवर्नर किसको रीअपॉइंट किया गया है? माइकल देवव्रता पात्रा इज द राइट आंसर ऑफ दिस क्वेश्चन। चलेंगे हमारे सेकंड क्वेश्चन पे। सेकंड क्वेश्चन है, under which section of the RBI master direction on KYC regulated entities are advised to take appropriate action the UN declared terrorist अब्दुल रहमान मक्की? राइट आंसर क्या हो जाएगा? All of the above. Section 51, Section 52, Section 53. Option D is the right answer of this question. क्या बोला गया है? Ministry of External Affairs has informed about UNSC press released SC 15177 dated January 16, 2023, wherein the Security Council Committee, pursuant to Resolution 1267 1999, 1989 and 2253 concerning ISIL, Al-Qaeda and associated individual group undertakings and entities, approved the addition of the entry specified below to its ISIL and Al-Qaeda sanctioned list of individuals and entities subject to the asset freeze, travel ban and arm embargo set up in paragraph 1 of Security Council Resolution 2610 and adopted under chapter 7 of the Charter of the United Nations. आपसे क्या पूछा गया है क्वेश्चन में? Under which section of the RBI master direction on KYC regulated entities are advised to take appropriate action to the UN declared terrorist Abdul Rahman Makki? तो section 51, section 52 and section 53. All of the above is the right answer. Next question. RBI to guide inflation towards 4% target by which year? Right answer 2024 is the right answer of this question. The Reserve Bank of India 2020-23 monetary policy objective is to hold inflation within the mandated tolerance band and guide it towards the medium term target of 4% by 2024. It said in its monthly bulletin published. Regulated entities are advised to take appropriate action in terms of section 51, 52 and 53 of the RBI master direction and on KYC dated February 2025 2016 as amended from time to time and strictly followed the procedure laid down in the UAPA order dated February 2, 2021. क्वेश्चन में क्या पूछा गया है? आरबीआई टू गाइड इन्फ्लेशन टूवर्ड्स 4% टारगेट बाय विच ईयर? राइट आंसर 2024. Next question. RBI has extended time up to dash for renewal of agreement for existing safe deposit locker. Right answer. 31st December 2023 is the right answer. RBI has decided to extend the deadline for banks to complete the process of renewal of agreements for the existing safe deposit locker in phased manner by December 31st, 2023 with intermediate milestones of 50% by June 30, 2023 and 75% by September 30, 2023. Next question. RBI's Financial Literacy and Inclusion Survey on Digital Banking Awareness and Knowledge among the rural and urban population across the country was based on how many parameters? Option B, 3 is the right answer. A pan-Indian financial literacy and inclusion survey conducted by the Reserve Bank of India. Next question. RBI told banks and other financial institutions to stop using which of the following benchmark by December 31st? Right answer. LIBOR is the right answer. With the end year for the London Interbank Offered Rate, the Reserve Bank of India told banks and other financial institutions to stop using the benchmark as soon as possible and mandatorily by December 31st and move to any alternative reference rates ARR. Next question. The Reserve Bank of India will issue sovereign green bonds of how much rupee in two tranches on January 25 and February 9? What is the right answer? 8,000 crore is the right answer. The Reserve Bank of India will auction 16,000 crore rupees of sovereign green bonds in two tranches. The RBI will auction 5-year and 10-year green bonds worth 4,000 crore each on 25th January and on 9th February, and this would be a uniform price auction. What is the right answer? 8,000 crore is the right answer of this question. Chalenge next page. What is the theme of fourth cohort of the regulatory sandbox by RBI? Right answer. Prevention and mitigation of financial frauds. Option B is the right answer. The Reserve Bank of India chose 6 business for the test phase of fourth cohort of the regulatory sandbox on the theme of prevention and mitigation of financial frauds from 9 applicants on January 5, 2023. The RS was created on August 13, 2019 in accordance with the Working Group on the Financial Stability and Development Council Subcommittee on FinTech and Digital Banking FSDC and SC. Next question. On January 4, 2023, RBI released the annual report of the Ombudsman Scheme for the period of April 1st, 2021 through March 31st, 2022, which of the following zone received the highest volume of complaints? North is the right answer. The North zone with 8 of the 22 OVOs received the highest volume, 42.70% of complaints, followed by the West and the South zones. Share of complaints related to ATM debit cards at 14.65% of the total were the highest, followed by complaints related to mobile electronic banking at 13.64%. The Reserve Bank Integrated Ombudsman Scheme was launched on November 12, 2021, combining 3 previous ombudsman schemes and including non-scheduled urban cooperative banks with deposit above 50 crore INR. Credit information companies were also brought under the RBI OS as of September 1st, 2022. Next question. Which of these following banks are identified by RBI as domestic systematically important banks DSIBs? What is the right answer? All of the above. ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank and SBI. All of the above is the right answer of this question. State Bank of India, ICICI Bank and HDFC Bank continue to be identified as domestic systematically important banks under the same bucketing structure as in the 2021 list on DSIBs. ये आपको दिया गया है, इसमें आप देख सकते हैं बकेट 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. स्टेट बैंक किसमें है? बकेट 3 में और फर्स्ट में ICICI एंड HDFC बैंक. चलेंगे नेक्स्ट पे. Next question, RBI to migrate payment frauds reporting module to Daksh from right answer 1st January 2023 is the right answer of this question. The RBI has decided to migrate the Central Payment Fraud Information Registry CPFIR through which scheduled commercial banks and non-bank prepaid payment instruments issuer report payment frauds to its advanced supervisory monitoring system Daksh from January 1st, 2023. Next question. What is the maximum limit for individual to invest in sovereign gold bond scheme? Right answer 4 kg is the right answer. Investor can buy sovereign gold bonds in denominations of 1 gram of gold and in multiple investors should buy a minimum of 1 gram of gold to invest in the SGB scheme. The maximum limit of subscription is 4 kg for individuals, 4 kg for Hindu undivided families. For trust and similar entities, the maximum limit is 20 kg this fiscal. The government can revise this limit from time to time. The lock-in period for SGB is 8 years. There is an exit option available in the 5th year which can be used on interest payment days. This time the RBI has fixed the issue price of the bond at rupees 5409 per gram. The interest rate offered on these bonds is 2.50% per annum on the amount of initial investment which investor paid to buy the bond. The interest is paid every 6 months to the bank account of the investor. Next question. 5th volume of Reserve Bank History 1997 to 2008 is the 5th volume of Reserve Bank History. Covers the tenure of the following governors. Right answer all of the above. Dr. C. Rangarajan, Dr. Bimal Jalan, Dr. Y.V. Reddy. Option D is the right answer. Next question. Content देख लेते हैं. The 5th volume of the Reserve Bank of India history is released. This volume encompasses the 11th year period from 1997 to 2008. With this volume, the history of the Reserve Bank of India is now updated up to 2008. The Reserve Bank had initiated the process of preparation of this volume in 2015 under the guidance of an advisory committee chaired by Dr. Narendra Jadhav, from the Member of Parliament, a former principal advisor and chief economist of the Reserve Bank. Next question. The Reserve Bank of India's medium-term strategy framework for the period of 2023-25 named DAS was launched by Sri Saktikant Das. Utkarsh 2.0 is the right answer. The Reserve Bank of India medium-term strategy framework for the period 2023-25 Utkarsh 2.0 was launched by Sri Saktikant Das, Governor RBI. The first strategy framework Utkarsh 2022 covering the period 2019-2022 was launched in July 2019. Next question. Which of the following has allowed hedging of gold price risk in overseas markets? Right answer. Reserve Bank of India is the right answer. Resident entities in India are currently non-permitted to hedge their exposures to price risk of gold in overseas markets. On a review, it has been decided to permit eligible entities to hedge their exposures to price risk of gold and exchanges in the International Financial Services Center recognized by the International Financial Services Centers Authority IFSCA. Next question. What is the minimum net worth of Tier 1 UCBs? Right answer 2 crore is the right answer. Tier 1 UCBs operating in a single district shall have minimum net worth of rupees 2 crore. All other UCBs of all tiers have minimum net worth of rupees 5 crore. UCBs which currently do not meet the minimum net worth requirement as above shall achieve the minimum net worth of rupees 2 crore or 5 crore as applicable in a phased manner. Such UCBs shall achieve at least 50% of the applicable minimum net worth on or before March 31st, 2026 and the entire stipulated minimum net worth on or before March 31st, 2028. Next question. इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट्स आप देख सकते हैं। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पे हम चलेंगे, ये काफी इंपॉर्टेंट है। टीयर 1, टीयर 2, टीयर 3, टीयर 4 सभी के दिए गए हैं यूसीबीज के। द यूसीबी हैव बीन कैटेगराइज्ड इनटू फॉलोइंग 4 टीयर्स फ्रॉम रेगुलेटरी प्रोसेस। ठीक है, नेक्स्ट पे चले। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, हाउ मेनी फाइनेंशियल बेंचमार्क्स एडमिनिस्ट्रेटेड बाय FBIL एज सिग्निफिकेंट बेंचमार्क? व्हाट इज द राइट आंसर? 7 is the right answer of this question. Earlier, the RBI had notified 6 financial benchmarks administered by Financial Benchmarks India Private Limited as significant benchmark. Now, Reserve Bank modified Mumbai Interbank Forward Outright Rate administered by FBIL as a significant benchmark. Updated list of significant benchmark administered by FBIL shall now contain 7 benchmarks, including Mumbai Interbank Forward Outright Rate. Next question. According to the State of the Economy article of the RBI, India's GDP growth rate in 2022-23 will be 7% is the right answer. According to the State of the Economy article, India's GDP growth in Q2 financial year 23 is expected to be between 6.16 to 6.3%. The RBI bulletin said that if the above growth rate is realized, India will achieve a GDP growth of 7% in 22-23. Next question, the RBI recently provided the NBFC license to which of the following? FT Cash is the right answer of this question. The NBFC license issued by the RBI will help FT Cash is bridging in credit gap. After the issuance of the license, FT Cash announced that it will aim to disburse loan worth 100 crore INR in financial year 23. FT Cash is a micro lending startup that provides credit facility to small and medium enterprises and was established in 2015 with its headquarters in Mumbai. The current CEO of the company is Sanjeev Chandak. Next question. The RBI recently approved the merger of Sarda Bank with right answer Cosmos Bank is the right answer of this question. The amalgamation of the banks was approved by the RBI under Section 44A and Section 56 of the Banking Regulation Act 1949. After the due procedure, the branches of Sri Sharda Sahkari Bank Limited would function as the branches of Cosmos Cooperative Bank Limited. Next question. RBI has urged credit information companies to designate an internal ombudsman by, what is the right answer? April 1st, 2023 is the right answer. The implementation of the IO mechanism will be monitored by the CIC internal audit system apart from regulatory oversight by RBI. Next question, new mandatory loan rating disclosures will be effective from 31st March 2023. To improve rating disclosures on bank credit to large customers, RBI on Monday said unless rating agencies disclose name of all lenders in their rating statements, banks cannot use such rating for capital computation for making provisions. Reviewing the prudential norms for risk weights for exposures to large corporate and non-banking finance companies. A notification from RBI said the new mandatory loan rating disclosures will be effective from March 31st, 2023. Next question, the pilot project for the digitization of Kisan credit card will be launched by RBI is the right answer. The main objective of the project is the digitization of KCC lending. The project will be launched as a pilot in the states of Madhya Pradesh and Tamil Nadu with Union Bank of India and Federal Bank respectively, and it will gradually expand across the country. The KCC scheme was launched in 1998 on the recommendation of R.V. Gupta Committee. Next question. Which fintech firm has received RBI's in principle approval to operate as NBFC's account aggregator? Signet is the right answer of this question. NBFC's account aggregator is one of the largest open financing data sharing protocols regulated by RBI. It also facilitates financial institutions to easily access the consumer's consent-based financial data. It allows users to instantly share their financial data with various financial institutions digitally and securely. Next question. What is the deadline for regulated entities to put in place guidelines on digital lending? November 30, 2022 is the right answer. REs, regulated entities, shall be given time till November 30, 2022 to put in a place adequate system and process to ensure that existing digital loans are also in compliance with these guidelines in both letter and spirit. गाइडलाइंस ऑन डिजिटल लैंडिंग्स आपको पॉइंट बाय पॉइंट दे रखा है, आप इसको पॉज करके या पीडीएफ डाउनलोड करके जरूर देखिए लाइन बाय लाइन। नेक्स्ट पे चले, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है, what is the service charges levied on cash deposited by non-chest bank branches to the large modern currency chest? Rupees 8 is the right answer. It is clarified that the amount indicated in the aforesaid circulars are exclusive of applicable taxes. Accordingly, the service charges mentioned in the aforesaid circulars is to be read as rupees 5 plus applicable taxes per packet and rupees 8 plus applicable taxes per packet as the case may be. It has been decided to allow the large modern currency chest to increase the service charges to be levied on cash deposited by non-chest bank branches from the existing rate rupees 5 per packet of 100 pieces to a higher rate subject to a maximum of rupees 8 per packet. There is some points of minimum standards for a currency chest. You can see point 1, point 2, point 3 and point 4. Next question, RBI enables cross-border bill payment via Bharat Bill Payment System. The direction has been issued under this section of Foreign Exchange Management Act FEMA 1999. Right answer 10(4) and section 11 is the right answer. On September 15, 2022, the Reserve Bank of India decided to allow foreign inwards remittance received under the rupee drawing arrangement. Circulars have been issued under Section 10 and Section 11 of the Foreign Exchange Management Act 1999. Next question, Exim Bank, Government of India supported line of credit of US $10 million to the government of the Kingdom of Eswatini, Swaziland for the purpose of financing construction of new parliament building in Eswatini. What is the right answer? $108.28 million. Exim Bank has entered into an agreement with the Government of India of the Kingdom of Eswatini, Swaziland for making available to the latter Government of India supported line of credit of $108,280,000 US dollar on 108,208,000 only for the purpose of the financing the project for construction of new parliament building in Eswatini. Next question. Government of India supported line of credit of US $dash million to the Government of Republic of Uzbekistan. $448 million is the right answer. Government of India supported line of credit of $448 million US dollar, 448 million only for the purpose of financing the social infrastructure and the other development projects. Next question, under which section of the Banking Regulation Act 1949 RBI has revised the branch authorization policy in left-wing extremism affected districts? Section 23 is the right answer. The Government of India has further reduced the list of LWE affected districts to 70. The banks are advised to follow the revised list. Next question. RBI circular outsourcing of financial services responsibilities of regulated entities employing recovery agents shall not apply to which of the following? Microfinance loans is the right answer. Circulars shall not apply to microfinance loans covered under Master Direction Reserve Bank of India Framework for Microfinance Loans Direction 2022 dated March 14, 2022. Next point, important for exam के point of view से. Next question. RBI has advised the banks to specially monitor the credit flow to minorities in how many districts? 121 is the right answer. in order to ensure that minority communities secure in a fair and adequate measures the benefits flowing from various government-sponsored schemes, scheduled commercial banks are advised to ensure a smooth flow of bank credit to minority communities. Government of India has forwarded a list of 121 minority concentration districts having at least 25% minority population, excluding those states UTs where minorities are in majority, like Jammu and Kashmir, Punjab, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, and Lakshadweep. Next question. RBI has raised the additional factor of authentication limit of e-mandates for transactions from rupees 5,000 to 15,000 is the right answer. The Reserve Bank of India has raised the additional factor of authentication limit from rupees 5,000 to rupees 15,000 per transaction for e-mandates on cards, prepaid payment instruments, and UPI for recurring transaction. It implies additional authentication will not be need for payment up to rupees 15,000 per transaction. Next question. RBI and FSA exchanged letters of cooperation with which of the following countries with an aim to improve mutual cooperation in the field of central counterparty CCPs? Japan is the right answer. The Reserve Bank of India and Financial Service Agency FSA Japan cooperation in the field of central counterparties with the objective of improving mutual cooperation. With the exchange of letters, RBI and FSA are committed to deepen relations between the two countries and strengthen the exchange of information. RBI and FSA also expressed their willingness to hold a dialogue or exchange view about matters of common interest and concern as appropriate. A central clearing counterparty, also referred to as a central counterparty, is a financial institution that takes on counterparty credit risk between parties to a transaction and provides clearing and settlement services for trades in foreign exchange, securities, options, and derivative contracts. Next question. Which of the following has rolled out single block multiple debits features on UPI? What is the right answer? RBI is the right answer. The Reserve Bank of India enhanced the capabilities of the UPI by introducing a single block and multiple debits functionality, which allow a customer to enable a payment mandates against a merchant by blocking funds for specific purpose in his her bank account, which can be debited whenever needed. The single block and multiple debit feature is expected to have multiple use cases in various segments such as e-commerce transaction, investment in the secondary market, and purchases of government security using the RBI Retail Direct Scheme. The RBI will issue instructions to the National Payment Corporation of India, which manages UPI on this functionality shortly. Next question. The Reserve Bank of India has signed a currency swap agreement with the Maldives Monetary Authority under the SARC currency swap framework. Under the framework, Maldives can make multiple tranches up to a maximum of dash from the RBI. 200 million US dollar is the right answer of this question. The Reserve Bank of India has signed a currency swap agreement with the Maldives Monetary Authority MMA to enable MMA to make draws in multiple tranches up to a maximum of $200 million from the RBI. This agreement has been signed under the SARC currency swap framework. The agreement will provide swap support as a backstop line of funding for short-term foreign exchange liquidity requirements. The word swap means exchange. A currency swap between two countries is an agreement or contract to exchange currencies with predetermined terms and conditions. Next question. Reserve Bank of India implements dash-tier regulatory norms for urban cooperative bank UCBs. 4 is the right answer. The Reserve Bank of India has announced a 4-tier regulatory framework for categorization of urban cooperative banks UCBs. Besides, the central bank has come out with norms pertaining to the net worth and capital adequacy of these banks, the Reserve Bank of India had constituted the expert committee of Urban Cooperative Bank under the chairmanship of Sri N.S. Vishwanathan, former Deputy Governor, Reserve Bank, to examine the issue in urban cooperative bank sector and the review regulatory supervisory approach for strengthening the sector. Next question. RBI has launched a pilot project on retail digital rupee on dash. Right answer. 1st December 2022 is the right answer. The Reserve Bank of India announced a trial for retail digital rupee beginning 1st December 2022. 8 banks have been identified for phase-wise participation in this pilot. The first phase will begin with 4 banks: State Bank of India, ICICI Bank, Yes Bank, and IDFC First Bank in 4 cities across the country. 4 more banks with Bank of Baroda, Union Bank of India, HDFC Bank, and Kotak Mahindra Bank will join this pilot subsequently. Next question. In November 2022, the Reserve Bank of India allowed HDFC Bank Limited and Canara Bank Limited to open special virtual account for trade in rupees with which country? Russia is the right answer of this question. The RBI allowed HDFC Bank Limited and Canara Bank Limited to open a special virtual account for trade in rupees with Russia. This paves the way for cross-border trade in the Indian currency, especially between New Delhi and Moscow. 3 other Indian banks, State Bank of India, IndusInd Bank, and UCO Bank, had earlier received the necessary permissions from the regulator to roll out rupee trades. Next question. The number of credit cards forced declined to about 78 million in August 2022. The Reserve Bank of India new rule mandated credit card operator to deactivate cards that are inactive for dash days. 365 days is the right answer. The outstanding credit card base dropped to 77.99 million in August from over 80 million in July, mainly on account of the new norms of the RBI that warrant the deactivations of cards that are inactive for a year. While there was a 2.8% decline in net card additions on a month-on-month basis in August, a first in many months, credit card spend slipped 3%. On a high base, still spend topped the rupees 1 trillion mark for the 6th consecutive month. Next question. According to RBI, which of the following refers to the replacement of actual card details with an alternate code for carrying out transactions? Tokenization is the right answer. The rules and regulations for online payments for debit and credit cards have been changed. The Reserve Bank of India card on file tokenization norms come into effect on 1st October 2022. RBI CEO of tokenization aims to improve the payment experience of cardholders. The new rule released by RBI says that neither business nor payment aggregators can save customer card details on their platform. The card details can only be saved by card networks or issuing banks. Next question. Sri Saktikant Das launched a new SupTech initiative named Dux for which of the following purpose of for RBI? What is the right answer? Supervisory purpose is the right answer of this question. The Reserve Bank Governor Saktikant Das launched a new SupTech initiative, thus the bank's advanced supervisory monitoring system, which is expected to make the supervisory processes more robust. In a statement, the RBI said it has been taking various initiatives in strengthening supervision, which among other initiatives include adoption of latest data and analytical tools as well as leveraging technology for implementing more efficient and automated work processes. Next question. According to the latest RBI rules, the requirement of net owned funds for asset reconstruction companies has been increased to rupees 300 crore is the right answer. The Reserve Bank raised the minimum capital requirement for setting up an asset reconstruction company to rupees 300 crore from the existing rupees 100 crore with an aim to strengthen the securitization sector, which plays a vital role in the management of distressed financial assets. Next question, which of the following payments bank has partnered with the Reserve Bank Innovation Hub RBIS to collaborate for innovations in financial products and services in October 2022? India Post Payments Bank Limited is the right answer. India Post Payments Bank and Reserve Bank Innovation Hub collaborate for innovations in financial products and services. IPPB and RBIH have joined forces to concentrate their efforts on expanding the accessibility of financial solutions to significant portions of society throughout India and allowing frictionless financing for a billion Indians. it अदर इम्पोर्टेंट पॉइंट है एग्जाम्स के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से इम्पोर्टेंट रहेंगे. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन चलेंगे. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, which bank have been selected by RBI for the test phase of the on-tap application facility? HDFC Bank is the right answer of this question. इम्पोर्टेंट ये रहेगी टेबल. नेक्स्ट पे चलेंगे. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है, which of the following has allowed invoicing and payments for international trade in Indian rupee in August 2022? RBI is the right answer. Bhagwat Kisan Rao Karar, the Union Minister of State for Finance, informed the Rajya Sabha that the RBI has permitted foreign trade invoices and payments to be made in the Indian rupee by means of a circular titled International Trade Settlement in Indian rupee that was published on July 11, 2022. The central bank has permitted payments for international trade in the Indian currency. Union Minister of State for Finance, Bhagwat Kisan Rao Karar. Next question, the Financial Inclusion Index FI index of RBI in March 22, 2022 was recorded at 56.4. The Reserve Bank of India Company's Financial Inclusion Index FI index capturing the extent of financial inclusion across the country rose to 56.4 in March 2022, showing growth across parameters. RBI now publishes the index annually in July every year. The index stood at 53.9 in March last year. It was at 43.4 for the period ending March 2027, showing rapid improvement in e-reach of financial services over the past 5 years. Next question. Under RBI liberalized remittance scheme, how much did Indian remit in the Q1 financial year 23? $6.04 billion is the right answer. Outward remittances under the RBI liberalized remittance scheme made a strong comeback in the first quarter of financial year 23 as India increased spending on international travel, maintenance of close relatives and gift. The latest data for Q1 financial year 23 released by the RBI shows that remittance by Indian under the scheme jumped 64.75% to over $6.04 billion from $3.67 billion in Q1 financial year 2022. Next question, fraud registry will be released by which of the following? RBI is the right answer of this question. To help it keep repeat offenders out of the banking system, the RBI is developing a fraud registry blacklist. According to Executive Director Anil Kumar Sharma, the fraud registry would record data such as IP, Internet Protocol addresses, and phone numbers frequently used to commit fraud. Next question, the RBI and which bank has signed an MOU to improve mutual cooperation between them? Right answer. Bank Indonesia is the right answer. An agreement was reached between the Reserve Bank of India and Bank Indonesia increased collaboration in payment system, digital financial innovation, anti-money laundering and countering and funding of terrorism. On the sidelines of the G20 finance minister and central bank governors meeting in Bali, the two central banks agreed to a MOU to further their mutual cooperation. RBI Governor Saktikant Das, Bank Indonesia Governor Perry Vargio. Next question. RBI in its payment vision 2025 aims to increase the number of digital payment transactions by more than dash by 2025. 3/4 is the right answer. The Reserve Bank Payments Vision 2025 plan, which wants to triple the volume of digital payments, is progressive according to industry players and intends to build India as a worldwide payment powerhouse. Next question. इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट आप देख सकते हैं की पॉइंट्स. चलेंगे नेक्स्ट पे. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. Which of the following has have been approved by RBI for cross-border payments? What is the right answer? All of the above. Open cash-free payments, pay nearby, FairX Pay. All of the above is the right answer of this question. The Reserve Bank of India give the go-ahead to open cash-free payments, pay nearby, and FairX Pay providers of payments and API banking solutions for its cross-border payments offering. Cross-border payments are the focus of the RBI announcement about the second cohort released from the regulatory sandbox. The Reserve Bank chose from 4 of the 8 entities that were a part of the test phase. These companies include the unicorn of neobanking Open as well as cash-free payments, Pay Nearby and FairX Pay. These entities have all successfully passed the second cohort test phase. चलेंगे next पे. Next question. RBI has decided to create a straightforward 4-tier regulatory framework for dash urban cooperative banks is the right answer of this question. In order to improve the financial soundness of urban cooperative banks, the RBI has decided to create a straightforward 4-tier regulatory framework. A panel of experts led by former RBI Deputy Governor N.S. Viswanathan had presented a number of suggestions for improving UCBs. In addition to other recommendations, the committee had suggested a 4-tier regulatory structure depending on the size of the bank's deposit and the regions in which they operated. Next question. The license of Seva Vikas Sehkari Bank located at DAS has been cancelled by RBI. Pune is the right answer of this question. Seva Vikas Sehkari Bank license revoked by RBI. Seva Vikas Cooperative Bank situated in Pune had its license revoked by RBI due to lack of sufficient capital and further earnings potential. Next question. RBI cancelled the authorization certificate of GI technology located at Chennai is the right answer. The Reserve Bank has revoked certificate of authorization of Chennai-based GI Technology Private Limited over governance concern in the company. The company is in business of issuance and operations of prepaid payment instruments. Governance concern and non-compliance with regulatory requirements are the reasons for revocation of certificate of authorization, the central bank said in a statement. Following the revocation of COA, GI Technology cannot transact the business of issuance and operations of prepaid payment instruments, it said. Next question. RBI imposed fine on which of these following entities for failing to comply? All of these is the right answer of this question. Industrial Bank of Korea, Woori Bank, India Books Commercial Credit Limited. So, option D, all of these is the right answer. The Reserve Bank of India imposed fine on 3 entities. 3 organizations including Industrial Bank of Korea have received fines from the Reserve Bank for breaking regulations. The Reserve Bank of India announced that Industrial Bank of Korea has been fined rupees 36 lakh for failing to follow several KYC guidelines. Other important point is there. Woori Bank की बात करें, Woori Bank chairman Yo Hwan Sin, India Books Commercial Credit Limited chairman Mr. Ajit Kumar Mittal, RBI Governor Shaktikant Das. तो यहाँ पे कंप्लीट किया RBI सर्कुलर जुलाई टू जनवरी इन इंग्लिश, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर SBI PO मेंस. अगर आप चैनल पर नए हैं तो सब्सक्राइब करके बेल आइकन जरूर दबाएं फॉर द इंपॉर्टेंट वीडियोस. आज के लिए बस इतना ही. जल्दी मिलते हैं हमारे नेक्स्ट वीडियो में. थैंक यू. थैंक्स फॉर वॉचिंग.